It's another girl for John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. The proud parents are introducing the littlest member of the family with a sweet photo of 6-year-old Luna and 4-year-old Miles with their newborn baby sister. Chrissy posts on Instagram, "She's here. Esty Maxine Stevens. The house is bustling and our family could not be happier. Daddy sheds nightly tears of joy seeing Luna and Miles so full of love. And I am learning you still need diapers with a C-section. We are in bliss. Thank you for all the love and well wishes. We feel it all."
Well, Paris, you recently entered perhaps the most important chapter in your life when you welcomed your first child.
And your baby announcement just about broke the internet.
It did. How did you decide how you wanted to let the world know about baby Phoenix? I know that's like just a monumental moment in your life. How do you decide?
For me, no one even knew about him until he was a week old, so it was definitely hard to keep that secret in. But I put it out on my podcast because I just felt like I really wanted to control the narrative.
Well, it's so crazy. On your 2022 appearance on Ellen, you know, everyone has been seeing this video go around where she guessed the name of your son, predicted the name of your son. Did your heart drop right there?
Reaction.
I was like, how does she know? I never thought that she would guess.
In that moment, you're like, like, that's insane.
No, she was like, I'm going to kill my mom.
She's like,
Kathy
somebody
told her.
maybe
Kathy
told.
dropped it.
Okay, what's the greatest gift about motherhood so far? And just what has surprised you the most?
He completes my life, and it's just such an angel, and just seeing him smiling now, everything just melts my heart.
Meet Sophia Grace's baby boy. The 19-year-old YouTube star who became famous as a child after performing Nicki Minaj songs with her cousin Rosie McClelland on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, gave birth to her first child on February 26th. While Sophia hasn't yet revealed his name, she did share a brief look at her newborn in a YouTube video posted March 18th.
So I thought I'd just give you guys a little sneak peek. He has this really cute outfit on right now. It's got some angel wings on the back. I'm not really showing his face yet because I just don't feel ready to yet.
In the video, the 2-week-old, who sports a full head of dark hair like his mom, snoozes against her shoulder as she vlogs. Later in the video, Sophia shares her son's birth story, detailing her difficult labor process.
I did have a really hard time. When I look back at it, it was probably one of the most stressful things that ever happened to me. I was terrified, obviously, because it's a big thing. I've never had surgery that major before, and it was scary. And I wasn't planning on having a C-section.
Priyanka really just hopes to make daughter Malti proud, on and off screen.
I hope that, you know, my relationship with her is more than what I do on big screen. I think that, you know, she'll be proud of my choices. I try to make good choices.
Priyanka and husband Nick Jonas have been experiencing parenting bliss since welcoming the 1-year-old via surrogate in 2022. When asked what her favorite part about being a mom is, Priyanka says this.
You have a, you know, beacon, a honing signal that just takes you home no matter where in the world you go.
You talking about, you know, being a new mom. How was it balancing filming this series and being a new mom?
You know, I'll tell you, the first day back on set after, you know, giving birth and everything, I did cry a little bit because I missed my baby in private. Nobody knew I did. I couldn't have asked for a more supportive environment. I mean, with Chris intimately understanding what it was like for me because his wife was going through the same thing because we gave birth around the same time. And then with the producers who were also family people, they really made sure that I felt supported as a mother because I think they knew that that's when any employee or actor gives their best work, is when they feel supported as a human. And part of that is being a parent and caring about your family. I couldn't have asked for a more supportive, wonderful, loving environment from them. Yeah, they were great.
That's incredible that you had that support. And it's also
really fortunate. It's not everybody gets that. And we should talk about that more. And I think people should support women more in the workforce because it makes for better work.
Talk about being Dora's mom.
Oh my gosh, so exciting. This is the first movie I did as a mom, being a mom, as a mom, and my instincts were totally different and changed, especially with Dora. Dora had like a snake, and she's in the jungle, and she's running into a crumbling temple, and I was like, okay, I would never let my child do that, so I'm gonna run after her, and they were like, no. The director had to keep telling us, like, you know, Dora saves the movie, not you.
Isabella was saying you were breastfeeding on set. How are you finding the balance between like being a mom and working?
It's tough, it's tough. I'm lucky I'm in an industry that allows me to do that. Bring Santi on set, take him to the office. He's behind the monitor with me when I'm directing, so I'm pretty lucky in that respect. But it's still hard, the no sleep and the constant, like when you're in mom mode, you're just in mom mode 24/7. There's no turning it off.
Last thing, he's one. What are the new things he's doing?
He's almost walking. Almost walking. That's a huge one.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready for it. Like, I like him totally dependent on me, and I like to know where he's crawling super fast, but like the walking, I'm like, oh, I'm so nervous.
Is that the workout plan, running after him?
Yeah, that's the work. And the arms have gotten this big because of Santi.
Ice-T is revealing new details about how he and his wife Coco are parenting their 7-year-old daughter. Ice-T is sharing that his 7-year-old daughter Chanel still sleeps in the same bed as her parents. The Law & Order SVU star opens up about their nighttime situation during an interview on the May 9th episode of That Moment with Damon John podcast, where he discusses his bond with his youngest child.
I think the difference with Chanel and my other kids is I'm very conscious of this baby.
Ice-T goes on to emphasize the strength of his relationship with Chanel, explaining that he was distracted while raising his 2 older kids as he focused on his career.
I had my daughter when I was in high school. I was ripping and running. So it was presence over presence. I wasn't there.
Yeah. Same way. Same here.
My son, Ice, happened right when I was becoming Ice-T. I had never been famous before. This was a whole new thing, so I'm distracted by that.
Mm-hmm.
Taste it. Taste it.
Wait, let me get him water.
Okay.
Cardi B gives fans a glimpse at family life. The rapper takes to TikTok on May 4th to recreate a viral recipe for her hubby Offset, and her 2 kids, Culture and Wave, make adorable cameos. So, what's Cardi cooking? A spicy bowl, which she says was Offset's request because apparently the Migos member can take the heat.
So I put my sausages in there. Yeah, also put lots and lots of hot sauce. Right, boys?
Yeah.
Cardi tops it with some pickles, jalapenos, and a lot of spices. She shows off the finished version, and it's time to taste test.
Taste it. Taste it.
Wait, let me get him water.
Okay. Taste it.
The recipe is Offset approved. Also, shout out to Culture for thinking ahead and bringing Dad some water. Next up, it's Culture's turn to take a bite, and let's just say this recipe is not exactly kid-friendly. Cardi and Offset welcomed Wave back in 2021 and Culture in 2018. And we see rare glimpses of the fam all together every now and then, including in 2022 when Cardi posted this pic of her fam, including her sister Hennessy on Instagram. She captioned it, "My charms." Kylie Jenner is on cloud 9 with her kiddos. The Kardashian star is sharing a peek at her latest travel adventure with 5-year-old daughter Stormi and 14-month-old son Air. On the April 10th Instagram post, Kylie and her kids, whom she shares with rapper Travis Scott, are striking a few poses for a couple of Polaroids as they sit on Kylie's private jet. Alongside the collage of the cute trio, the makeup mogul simply writes, "Adventures with my angels." Kylie's latest peek at her fun-filled family days comes right on the heels of the Kardashian-Jenner Easter celebration. For the April 9th holiday, Kylie gave fans a look at all the festivities, including Stormi's big hug with a giant Easter bunny and cousin True Thompson, who's seen partaking in the excellent fun. As for Air, he's already quite the party animal.
Tell me what you love about your hair.
Okay. I love my beautiful hair.
When it comes to sharing positive messages, Gabrielle Union is always going to bring it on. Gabrielle posts a heartwarming video of her and 4-year-old daughter Kavia James trading empowering affirmations with one another as they look into their reflections in the mirror.
I love my beautiful hair.
I love my full lips.
I love my beautiful skin.
I love my freckles.
I love my eyes.
I love my village.
I'm by my village.
You also have an adorable 4-year-old. Does Brooklyn know that you're a housewife and that I'm sure you get stopped everywhere?
I think Brooklyn thinks she's the housewife.
Oh.
You know, at this point, she knows that people know who we are, but she's always like, well, how do they know me? And sometimes she's like, I'm feeling a little bit shy. But it just depends. But yeah, she knows she's a person. She has almost 250,000 followers.
Baby diva.
On Instagram.
Brooklyn, can I get a poster?
I know, right?
Jennifer Lopez's kids, Max and Emmy, are growing up fast. The superstar sits down with Hoda Kotb for an appearance on the Today Show, where she gives a glimpse into what it's like being a mom to her 2 teenagers, whom she shares with ex-husband Mark Anthony.
They're becoming adults.
Yes.
They are challenging everything in life. They're looking at everything. And these kids have so much information.
Yes.
So much more than we had. So they're thinking and talking about things and about life in a different way than I did when I was 15 or 16 years old.
And the Hustler star says she thinks those differences are going to make a big impact in the future.
I feel like we followed the rules. If someone told us we
and they don't. They're like challenging everything and looking at everything, which is great, I think, for our world. I think they're going to change the world, to be quite honest.
You feel that?
Oh, and make it so much better.
As for what Max and Emmy think of their stepdad, Ben Affleck,
there's a certain way they look at Ben.
Yeah, they love Ben.
And there's such a connection.
Yeah.
And sometimes
he's a
things...
wonderful, wonderful father and a father figure to them as well.
Yeah.
You know, because he has his own 3 beautiful children, and then there's us, and he's fantastic. He really steps up to the challenge of what that is and what that means, and they love him. They love him, and they appreciate him, and so do I.
back in February, Jennifer penned a sweet birthday tribute for her twins, writing on Instagram, "Happy birthday to my beautiful, brilliant coconuts. I am so proud of you in every single way. You bring so much joy and happiness to my heart and soul."
Jennifer Garner is revealing why her kids prefer to watch Dad Ben Affleck's movies instead of hers. Jennifer recently admits that when it comes to her and ex Ben Affleck's work, their kids, Violet, Serafina, and Samuel, are more interested in seeing their dad on the big screen. In an interview with Allure published on May 9th, Jennifer says, quote, "They don't mind watching their dad, but they kind of want me to be their mom. They don't want to see me upset, and women cry more in what we do. And they don't really want to see me in a romantic thing." While being a mom was always in the cards for the actress, she admits that her parenting style has evolved a lot since welcoming Violet. She says, quote, "I was such a first-time mom. My eldest daughter didn't have a shot. She couldn't have a free thought. I was all over her. I was a nightmare for everyone around me." Since then, Jennifer says she has learned to have a lot of faith in her kids. Although she doesn't love every behavior all the time, she trusts in the process, adding, quote, "Your kids will really figure out who they are and what they are when they're older."
Apple Martin pokes fun at her mom on the set of the Call Her Daddy podcast, and the moment is caught on camera. In a video posted to the Chatfest's official TikTok, the 18-year-old covers her ears as the camera pans over to show Gwen and podcast host Alex Cooper spilling the tea on set. Apple's send help face is priceless, but according to Alex on the pod, Paltrow's daughter basically demanded that the host make this hot seat extra hot.
So Apple is here, your daughter, and you guys walk in, and Apple's like, "Roast her, go for it." And I was like, "Gwyneth Paltrow's coming on the show, guys. Like, let's keep it classy." And then Apple was like, "Oh, ask her everything." I'm like, "Oh, thank you, Apple, for letting me go in."
While there are no sick burns, Gwyneth does reveal more about her daughter, specifically when it comes to how Ed was handled in their home. Paltrow admits she really didn't have to tell her much because Apple's school did the heavy lifting for her.
I will never forget Apple and her best friend Emily sitting at our kitchen banquet in shock, like color drained from their face. They taught them everything. Everything. Anything you're thinking, they taught like the 11, 12-year-olds. Told them everything.
What?
I swear.
And what are they saying to you? Like, Mom,
They're like, do people do this?
This Supermodel reunion is giving us serious 90s nostalgia. Cindy Crawford, Christy Turlington, and Helena Christensen enjoy a night out together in New York, and naturally, the women take a moment to step in front of the camera. The models who dominated the fashion runways of the 90s post pics of their meetup, with Cindy Crawford writing on Instagram, "Last night in NYC." But that's not all. The night out also includes their look-alike kids who all followed their famous moms into the world of fashion. The carousel of pics features Cindy's 21-year-old daughter Kaya, Christy's 19-year-old daughter Gracie, whom she shares with actor Ed Burns, and Helena's 23-year-old son Mingus, whose dad is her ex, Walking Dead star Norman Reedus. Helena writes on Instagram, "Lifelong friendships. So beyond grateful for these women. Love them and our kids so much."